Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Nedbank Pitch Polish with me, your host, Subi Boya Arnold. Tonight, we've hit the halfway mark of round one. Can you believe it? Last week, we wrapped up the green group pitches, which means we're moving on to the blue group tonight. But before we jump in, let's check the leaderboard and see where things stand. So far, Blessing and Prudence from the red group have secured their spots in round two, joined by Kate and Titso and Carl from the green group. Who will join them from the blue group? Well, it's anyone's guess. As always, before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Nedbank, our title sponsor, for believing in the power of bold entrepreneurial ideas. Thanks to the Business Exchange for opening up their stunning workplaces for our entrepreneurs. And lastly, thanks to Race Corp for shaping those bold ideas into polished pitches. And speaking of pitches, let's meet tonight's judging panel. From Nedbank, we have Monique China, Senior Manager of Segment Design and Development for Retail Relationship Banking. From Race Corp, the man who's been helping entrepreneurs grow their businesses for over 25 years, Alon Reyes, and making her first appearance of the season tonight. Please give a warm welcome to Nonkubela Maliza, the Director of Corporate and Government Affairs at Volkswagen Group Africa. Tonight's pitches come from our blue group, and here's something special. It's an all-female group. We love seeing powerhouse women entrepreneurs taking center stage and showing South Africa how it's done. We're starting off with Colleen Toerien, the founder of MS Sweethearts in Gauteng. Good luck, Colleen.
Good morning.
Hi, Colleen. How are you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you feeling today?
Very nervous.
Nervous.
Yes.
Okay, well,
A good nervous, but nervous.
I think once you've done it, all the nerves will go.
Yeah,
So you're ready to do it?
I'm ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pitch and polish.
1 in 9 South Africans have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and my father is one of those statistics. My name is Colleen Flowers Toerien, and I'm the founder of Sweethearts, where we plan to change how South Africans snack. The core of our business is date sourced from South Africa locally. We are the only manufacturers of date syrup in South Africa, and our signature range is Choco Dates chocolate date bars made from a luxury couverture chocolate that is free from dairy, gluten, sugar, and maltitol. We are the proud winners of the 2024 Food and Home Awards for the best chocolatey snack. We're also planning to expand our range into a Cook Like a Chef range of cooking sauces, salad dressings made of date syrup, as well as boosting energy date balls. We currently supply over 100 stores in South Africa, with our leading stores being Jackson's Whole Food, Kosher World, Moishi's, and Pantry. We secured our place at Dis-Chem, as well as we are negotiating a deal with a major health food store for a private label collaboration. We've also proudly just shipped our first international order to the UK. How would we use the funds? We would like to increase our online media presence.
Sure, Colleen. Ran out of time.
Oh no.
Okay, over to you, Nkubela.
Colleen, thank you. That sounds like a very interesting business. I'm intrigued by the fact that you say that you're the only date manufacturer in South Africa.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that? Why is that? And how do you validate the market for your products, therefore?
So I was basically my own consumer. I was looking for date syrup over lockdown, and I searched high and low, and at that time Obviously, with shipping, goods not coming into the country, I couldn't find it. And then I discovered that no one makes it in South Africa. So the date syrup that you'd see on the store shelves would be shipped in from the Middle East and decanted here. And that is how my journey started to make date syrup. So, yeah.
So who are your competitors? Are you able to make the date syrup locally cheaper than when it comes in, your competitors?
Not necessarily cheaper, but most probably a better quality, and also reducing the carbon footprint and supporting local.
Okay. And how big is the size of your local market?
The local market is growing. When I started making date syrup, most people didn't know about date syrup. And dates have become a worldwide trend at the moment. And we always think of dates as those block dates our grannies made cake with. And when you taste date syrup, it's so much different to that. And just in the past year, our sales have increased by 30% on date syrup alone.
Okay, so just to follow up on the market size, I'm just curious. So it's great that your market, your sales have grown by 30%. But how much more are you going to grow, and how are you growing that? What are you doing to grow that market? So,
that is why we need to improve and increase our social media and our online presence, and we need to educate the public about date syrup. So date syrup does not spike your blood sugar levels. I had a doctor that tested it as well. It treats your body very differently to honey, maple syrup, and so on. And we need to create awareness, and that's why we need the funds to create awareness around the products. I feel like the market could grow exponentially when it comes to date syrup. In the UK and the US, it's proven it's proven to do really, really well. We would like to, I wouldn't say we would like to replace honey or take on the honey market, but it's an amazing alternative. And then also it's a vegan product. So if you go to Israel, the Middle East, they'll call it date honey. Because it's sort of a honey alternative. It's the food of the gods. It's date syrup is something that's thousands of years old. And in Egypt and in the Middle East, dates is a source of food, a source of nutrition. And they've been using date syrup for many, many years. And now in the Western world and in the modern world, it's catching on. There's a recipe book, 1,000 recipes using date syrup. So I would like to take that opportunity to educate South Africans on how you can actually use date syrup.
Thank you, Colleen.
Monique?
Thank you. Welcome. It's a lovely business. I'm quite intrigued by it.
Thank you.
Can you tell me what you're going to use the money for? Because you started and I think you got the buzzer.
Oh, she's so nice. She's so sweet, eh?
So sweet. I'm like, date syrup.
So this business has blown my mind because I've only been making this product for the chocolate bar specifically for the past year, and I've never seen a growth like that in such a short period of time. And I feel like I need to have a better online presence. I need to focus on marketing and creating education opportunities for the South African market. So 30% would be used for that. And then I would also need extra money to upgrade the packaging to make it more high-end. This is a fairly high-end luxury chocolate bar that doesn't include all the nasties. So the money would be used quite a bit on packaging. As I'm not sure if you know, but in the manufacturing industry, packaging is my worst nightmare. So I dream about products, and then I get to the factory, make the products, and then my next problem is packaging. So definitely packaging, and then the balance for operational costs just to help us grow into the market. And with all the extra orders coming in, and with the price of chocolate increasing and so on, I'd like to secure bigger bulk amounts of chocolates. So I literally keep about 2 tons of dates at a time in a walk-in freezer. So so that's how I'd spend the money.
And do you think that's going to give you the competitive edge? So besides the manufacturing and besides the the growth that you've seen and your social presence, etc., you think that's going to keep you ahead of the curve?
Yes, yes. So I'm not there's quite a few competitors that's in the date space, but I've never come across a competitor that is doing what I'm doing. There is one in the US that's quite similar, but I feel like it will definitely keep me ahead of the market and help me keep the costs down.
Great, thank you.
Right, Colleen, just some quick questions, and if you can keep your answers a little more succinct. You mentioned cook like a chef. I didn't understand if it was like cook like a chef or that you had got an order. Is it Checkers that does that? I don't know which retailer does cook like a chef.
No. So a cook like a chef range is what I'll be calling the brand on the bottle.
All right.
Yes, so that is not a specific order.
Okay.
The reason why I'm expanding to cook like a chef, so it's a range of cooking sauces and salad dressings using date syrup, is because of the rising cost of chocolate. So I don't want to focus too much. Well, I want to focus on this is doing great, but I'd like to expand the range and also to make my sales reps' invoices a bit higher.
Okay, then what's the difference in price, retail price of honey versus date syrup?
It's date syrup is slightly lower by about, I'd say about 10%.
It's cheaper than honey.
Yes.
Okay, and what so your export order? I think you said to the UK.
Yes.
Just how did you get that order?
Well, that order was from someone that bought the products at Kosher World, and his wife was obsessed. And we were in discussion last year already, and I wasn't ready for him. And I then I got FSSC 22,000 registered, which is the International Food Safety certification. And I popped him a mail. I said, "Are you still keen?" And he said, "Oh yes, definitely." And I had a meeting with him in April. He came down and that's how it happened.
Okay.
I literally received another email in my inbox this week from another distributor in the UK. They tasted the products in South Africa.
Fantastic. Colleen, I think we've got enough. You may leave. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So what did you think?
I mean, I thought she was poised, but I thought that her answers were not very clear. She was a bit long-winded, so which means that she's not very clear. So she didn't come across as really on top of the whole business model. And the question about, for me, I wasn't persuaded by her how she's going to grow the market and what she's going to do with the money. Save for the headline, grow online, social media. But so it didn't seem that she had a clear sense of what's next for the business. That's my key takeaway.
Your thoughts?
I love it. I think there's no nasties here. I like the fact that she's just, because if you look at her financials, she's plodding along, she's ticking by, slowly. I think there's a lot of potential. I think that given the right support, I think she'll grow and expand. I worry about the competitive edge though, because if dates are already coming into the country, whether they're being imported, I mean, and we have a large population that have used dates. I just don't know whether the manufacturing, if she's going to be able to keep herself competitive.
Yeah, I concur with it. I mean, it concerns me that she's the only one manufacturing locally, if that is true.
If that's true.
If that is true. I mean, we haven't validated it. But if indeed there must be a reason for that, and how is she, addressing that?
See, I think my view is that if you look at what's in front of us there, she's taken a product and she's creating her own market for her product by putting it into the snack bars, etc. So she's got product extension. So there's the pure syrup, and then she's using that syrup as an ingredient for other products. And that's how she's on selling her own product. I mean, it looks like, based on what I'm seeing in front of me, that's what her strategy is.
Yeah. No, I think she did say that as well.
But then you see that also is then where's the barriers to entry there? Because if we're already importing dates, what's stopping anybody else from making date syrup? What's stopping
Yeah.
anybody else from making the chocolate dates?
Yeah, it'll be brand.
It'll be brand.
Yeah.
Which is why she needs to educate people, because I mean everybody thinks honey is
Yes.
is good and healthy and clean, and maple syrup. So date syrup, I don't know how well educated the market is, and the particular, so that's where she needs to do a lot more work in terms of, and especially if it's 10% cheaper.
Exactly.
I mean, then if
I
people
also like the way
knew
she
about
started.
it, and if it tastes as good, then
The
should be
personal
a
story
go.
of giving healthy snacks. That's what she needs to play on.
Yeah. All right, let's get scoring.
Give me your hands. I can feel it. Release it, release it.
Yes, thank you
You were
so
the
much.
first one, Colleen. Sweetheart, made with the heart. So brave. Even if you were nervous and shaking, your demure was solid. Tell me what was going on through your head.
So I don't think I'd be normal if I wasn't nervous.
Yes.
But I feel like I did bring the message across. I'm authentic in what I do and real, and I feel like I brought that message across.
I think the lady judges really were interested in the business,
Yes,
especially
yes.
Monique from Nedbank. She really had authentic interest, and I think that's a good sign. What do you think?
I think it's a good sign. I really think so. And I feel like I did what I could do. I feel like I tried my best, and I was very, very blessed that she did ask me what I want to do with the funds.
Love that.
Yes.
It's always a very important question.
Yes.
Lastly, your mentor, your guide. Tell us a little bit about that relationship.
So my guide's been amazing. He's lovely, he's sweet. I feel like he brought out the best in me, and I'm so appreciative for this entire process.
All the very, very best, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Great job, Colleen. I love that she's already extending her product range. It's a sure sign of an entrepreneur who's thinking big. Next up from Gauteng as well is Maria Pelembe, the driving force behind Semapak. Let's see how she does.
Welcome, Maria.
Hi, thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great.
Yes.
Is your pitch going to be great?
Yes, it is.
Okay, are you ready to do that great pitch?
Yes, I am.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pitch and polish.
Plastic is everywhere. Hopefully, you all brushed your teeth today, or you washed your hair, or you even cleaned the dishes that are in your sink. Plastic isn't going anywhere. With that said, we need to learn how to manage, produce it, and package it. Consumers and businesses within the FMCG and the pharmaceutical industry are more interested in companies that come up with sustainable solutions. With that said, at Semapak, we give high quality packaging that is of the highest quality. Our molds are engraved with recycling information, which assists to better dispose and to be part of the global sustainability trends. We don't only create packaging at Semapak. What we do is also unlock opportunities. With this investment, Semapak will be able to scale production, be able to increase our production by doubling our output, and also be able to sustain the demand. We will be able to get and secure our food safety certification, which will assist us in getting FMCG and pharmaceutical companies to be able to invest within our company. How they will invest in our company is that they will bring in a forecast turnover of 9 to 12 million rands in production. Thank you.
Okay, Maria. Timing. All right, let's start with you, Monique.
Thank you. Well, what a lovely little business. I really love it, and I think you've got a great distribution as well. So well done on that.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if you've heard of the analogy of the 7-year itch, where things get restless and you start getting a bit uncomfortable.
Yes.
And you've been in business for 7 years. Tell me where you stuck, because it seems like a good business. I'm just, at face value from a cash flow perspective, it looks great. Like I say, your distribution is great. Where are you stuck?
Where we're stuck is that we want to venture into a more niche market. So the niche market would be food, FMCGs, and pharmaceutical companies, because those are things that people use on a daily basis, like the products that are shown here. So with that said, we need to get a food safety certification, which will be able to open that market to us. So that's just the next step that Semapak needs to go into.
And what's the demand there compared to what you?
As I mentioned, the FMCG company, we got audited early this year. They gave us a turnover forecast of 9 to 12 million rands of just one product. So that's how much of a market that we're looking into.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, Maria.
Hi.
So I've got two questions for you
Yes.
to start off with.
Okay.
Why do people buy your product? What makes your plastic product attractive or more appealing than others?
We have a customization unit within Semapak. So we do all three of the main industrial plastic packaging. We customize with you. We also do have a lot of generic products that almost every single person that is starting a business or that is in the market already would use. And we also do our own molding and our own manufacturing. So I think those are the main three qualities that customers normally come to Semapak for, because they have the whole package within one place.
Okay. And what is the key driver? Where do you make money? How do you make money in this business?
Our money is in sales. So our sales and marketing is a very strong unit. And also in terms of saving with wastage, we recycle most of our products and reuse our plastic products again. So when we recycle, we use 5% of our virgin material and 85% of our recycling material. So that being said, we don't waste a lot of money on virgin material. So our prices are quite competitive.
Okay. Last question from me. What keeps you up at night? What worries you the most? What are the key risks, or what worries you the most in your business?
What worries me the most is capacity, which is what we want to invest in. We want to double our capacity. I want to be able to supply to our customers even before they need the product. They give us a due date. I want to be able to supply to them 2-3 days before that. So capacity at the moment is what keeps me up at night. Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Maria, I'm going to follow on from that. So capacity, if demand is there
Yes.
and the margins are there, then the banks are there to provide the money for the machinery for capacity. So why is that not happening? Because if everything is sound, as you say, there's understood demand, there's understood margin, under 7 years in the business, why haven't you gone to a traditional finance institution like a bank, like Nedbank, to pay to fund your machinery?
I didn't go, or we didn't go to a funding institution because we didn't want a trail of having to repay or having to be financed in that sort of a way, because how we started the business is with our own personal funds. So we wanted to keep that streamlined and not be able to come to a point where we're owing anyone or that sort of a thing. So that's why this platform and this investment would be the best for Semapak.
And just before, what did you do before this?
I work for my father. He makes the molds for these bottles.
Okay.
Yes.
And are you both shareholders in the?
No, my father's not part of the business.
Okay.
Yes.
It's just you.
It's myself and my partner, yes.
Okay. And then your food safety certificate, the cost of that, what would that cost?
156,000 rands.
That doesn't sound like a lot of money relative to your revenue to go and invest yourself.
Yes. As we said, we don't want to have any sort of trail, or in terms of investing with ourselves, we are currently breaking even and or just making enough. So yeah, that is currently the challenge. But as I mentioned, with this investment, we'll be able to upgrade our machinery, which will double our capacity and our output. And it will also give us a market within the food safety certification range.
Okay. Thank you, Maria. We've
Okay.
heard enough. You made
Thank you
it.
so much.
Thank you. Oof, she didn't want to use your bank, you know?
Yeah, no, that's
It's common. People have this fear of debt.
people have a fear of debt, but it's also, and yes, debt and funding is not for everyone, especially in the beginning stages. It can cripple you if you're not ready for it. But they're not at the beginning stages.
No.
They've got good brands that they service. They, at like I said, face value, the cash flow seems good. What worries me is the constant thing about the trail. What is the trail? You know, where have you burnt your fingers before in terms of funding that now you're averse to it? What are your margins that you're not confident enough that you'll be able to service that debt?
Yeah, I've got that.
So there's something here.
Yes.
There's something underneath the surface that we need to dig
Yes.
into. Yeah.
I agree completely. I also, I feel that if you spent another hour, you'd find that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your thoughts?
Well, no, I agree. I thought she was poised. I really liked her confidence. She came in strong. I also expected, I guess, a little bit more because she has been in business for 7 years. Yeah, I wasn't convinced, but I mean, I understand that 90 seconds is not a long time. I wasn't convinced. She seems happy to be breaking even. After 7 years, I think breaking even is not
a good outcome.
Is not a good outcome. You need to be, at least profitable and now working on improving your margin, whether it's through execution or efficiencies or whatever. I didn't get a strong sense of where the business was going next.
And she couldn't.
just seemed-
I mean, as much as she punted about the 7, what was it, 9 to 12% or whatever.
9 to 12 million.
9 to 12 million.
Million, yeah.
You're not telling me of the demand actually.
No, that was the demand. That
You
was
basically
what I
almost
heard
like
there.
shooting to another product line or another.
Yes, what I heard there, she's got an opportunity, and they've given her an estimate that they'll give her an offtake of between 7 and 9 million rand. That's how I understood it.
I wasn't sure whether it was 7 to 9 million rand or 7 volume. I wasn't sure whether that was rand or volume. But either way, if she's got that demand and she's got an off-taker, that should give her the confidence to raise the money.
Yeah,
I mean, or the funding.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's secured.
I thought it was that she's just creating a different line of packaging for pharmaceuticals. I didn't pick up she's almost got that in the bag.
Yeah, I suppose that's the problem in itself, that we've got different interpretation.
I still also didn't really understand what made her business more competitive.
Also didn't.
I didn't she didn't communicate that clearly enough to say.
I agree. Let's get scoring.
Sure.
Release that energy. Just really shake it out. I know, Maria, I know.
Yeah.
Remind us what your product is again, the name.
Semapak.
Yes.
We manufacture and package plastic packaging. So personal care, household, all sorts of things like that.
Love it, love it, love it.
Yes.
How did it go inside? How was it?
It was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But then I think I managed. I pulled through.
Okay. I like Judge Monique's question of that 7-year itch.
Yes.
And what keeps you up at night? I mean,
I know.
Brilliant. How do you think you manage those questions?
It was very honest.
Yeah.
Because I am in the business every single day. So it was a very honest answer. It is capacity that is that what's keeping me at night.
Yeah.
Up at night. So
Yeah.
I think it was a good question. I really liked how I answered the question.
Tell me about Tsepo, your guide/mentor.
What an amazing guide. What an amazing mentor. Till 9 o'clock yesterday, he was like, ma'am, are you on top of this? Do you have this? Do you know this? You need to speak about this. I loved every single moment with him. I enjoyed it. I'm going to miss him if I don't make it, but if we do, let's go.
All the very best, Maria.
Thank you so much.
The judges seemed really impressed with Maria's business, but there are definitely concerns around her fear of debt, something that can hold even the best entrepreneurs back. Will that count against her when we hear the judges' deliberations? You'll have to wait for next week to find out. While our contestants aren't finding out who has won those coveted spots in round 2 just yet, you, our viewers, can be winners tonight. It's time for the viewer competition where you could walk away with a 5,000 Rand Ava Super Shop voucher from Nedbank. Not bad for paying attention to tonight's pictures, huh? Here's what you need to do to enter. Just answer this question. Which fruit does Colleen make her syrup out of? Which fruit does Colleen make her syrup out of? To enter, send your name and the correct answer via WhatsApp to 0718026981 before midnight. If you're a lucky winner, we'll get in touch and we'll post the winner's name on social media later this week. That brings us to the end of another inspiring night of pitches. Next Tuesday at 7 o'clock, we'll see the last 2 pitches from the blue group and find out who from the all-female group will be heading home in the elimination. It's getting real. Until then, I'm Subimboya Arnold. I'll catch you on the pitch side. Good night. Mwah!